big boy. No. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Droptime Ranch YouTube channel. If this is your first time here and you like what you see today, make sure you subscribe. I am on my way over to the ranch, just getting ready to pull in. I got about a 3.5-mile drive from my house, but I got this brand new tractor and I don't want to leave it outside right now. So I'm making the almost daily commute over here. Sometimes I'm using an older tractor depending on how I feel and how the weather conditions are. But we got to feed some cows today. I got the Coyote DK6010 SE. Obviously I got the cab, which is amazing this time of year. It's like 25 degrees and I got a bunch of features on it. Right now I got the snowblower on the back. That's just kind of on there right now for driveways. I'm not using it over here at all, but I didn't want to take it off. So we're gonna hook up this hay spear, grab a bale, go feed these cows and see how they're doing. So I'm driving out of the ruts because this is all going to get rototilled next year anyways, but more importantly, this tractor has a backhoe attachment on it, subframe, and the ground clearance is a little lower than a traditional non-backhoe attached tractor. So I don't want to be dragging it all through the ruts. So hopefully the ground's a little more froze. It's definitely not froze all the way, but we got about a 500 feet trip over to the hay ring. We'll tune in when we're over there. All right, I made it to the hay ring, and that's what's so awesome about this tractor compared to what I was working with, is I can just drive up to it, dump that bill right in there, and then I can actually take the spear and kind of pick off the outer shell just a little bit. See the one steer over here to the left, to the right, he's wasting no time, he's hungry. We're going to drop that thing in there. Maybe see if we can tip it down. Oh, shoot. Well, that's no good. Good thing I landed where it did. Damn. I better go pull that off before it hurts something. So I don't know for sure, but I think that one of the claws wasn't in. I'll have to check that better next time. I'm just so glad it didn't hit the hood. One of the holes on the bottom had a bunch of dirt on it. So, you know what? I'm just gonna go pick it up and put it on there for now. I think from now on, I'm going to do a little check with that before I just start using it. But let's see if it caught this time. You can see both of them in there. I'll have to check the footage and review it. But maybe the pins weren't all the way down. I think what happened is it popped off the right side. There was a big clump of dirt in there frozen. So definitely something to watch out for. Extremely glad that it did not hit the hood of my brand new tractor. But we got some calves to feed next. Get out of the way here, let Mama do her thing. She is nursing a 6-month-old Hereford calf, and she's a good mom. I've only been here for about a year, but this cow's she's been around here 8 or 10 years now, and she's doing a nice job. I hear she is a very good mom, and this calf's doing nice. He's got some nice weight on him. I'm sorry, she's got some nice weight on her, and yeah, Mom will kick her off here pretty soon. All right, time to go feed these calves. And I got a little bit of grain supplement here. You know, some people don't like grain feeding, and I got mixed feelings on it, but you know what? When they're babies like this, and you actually see the difference in weight that one of them gains from being supplemented with grain, I think most people would change their mind. Everybody acts like grain is such a bad thing, or some people do, but you know what? It comes from earth, it comes from a field. It's not that bad. And you know, we tried to wean these straight from milk replacer over to grass, hay, but it didn't go so hot. They were losing a lot of weight, and they just weren't looking that healthy. When you grain a cow, you see a pretty good difference in their health in terms of how much body weight they have. So I want them to do well, I want them to thrive, I want them to put on some weight during the winter time. And you know, we're not feeding them straight grain, we're just feeding a grain supplement. So just a little bit to help add a few more calories to what they have going on. Help take the edge off. I have 4 more heifers out there that are mixed in with the rest of the herd, which is Herefords. And I think I might actually separate them from the herd too. I might put them on this side with the sole intention of putting a little grain supplement to them, just because they might be pregnant and I want to make sure they're gaining enough weight and getting the proper nutrition for the winter time. You can see a little bit of a wrestling match going on out there. Hey Grandpa, let's see if I got some for you. I might. This is Grandpa. He is the oldest bull here, and I don't think he's going to make it to the processor. He's just going to live out his years as a bull. Old Grandpa on the farm. He's the friendliest. He's a good cow, good bull. And he's still a little skittish around people. He wants my grain that I just gave them. I'll see if I can get a little handful for them. Hi everybody. Let me take just a little bit. I got to give this to Grandpa. Here you go, Grandpa. Let's get you some of that. That's that good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, get you some. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoy that. Good boy. So I think what we're gonna do though is probably go to that pole there, take these out, and mix the 4 heifers in with the calves. I think they're of age to be able to do that. We're just gonna keep my herd and the Hereford herd separate for the winter so I can grain supplement them a little bit and do what I need to do. What's up, Grandpa? How you doing, big guy? I don't have any. I don't have any. You know, I trust him, but it's always good to just watch yourself, just in case. But I need to do a little cleaning in here, move some hay around, get rid of a couple of these patties, and clean it up more in the springtime when it melts. He's a big steer there. I'm pretty sure he's brothers with that other steer out there with the horns. He's a big old boy, and he's been here a good 8 years at least. So a lot of people say that the older the cow, the poorer quality the heat or the meat is. Poor quality the meat is, and that's probably true. So you know, some of these are just gonna live out their time on the ranch. It's my first full year doing this. Started in May. Actually, before that, getting everything ready for when my cows got delivered here. And what I'm doing is, you know, I don't own this land. I worked a deal with a family friend and local farmer, and there's probably a lot of this going on, but he needed some help. He's in his 80s, just had some back surgery, and none of these cows have left this property in a while in terms of being sold, at least a couple years. And that's because he's just got a lot going on, not enough handling facilities, and he just had back surgery. He just needs a hand. So there's probably a lot of farmers across the US like that need a helping hand, and you take care of everything. They might let you run some cows, or at least pull your own weight. They might let you run some cows on their property. You do not have to own land to be a farmer or a rancher. That's the common misconception out there, is like, oh, you got to go buy property. Well, you know what? I have not bought any property for farming yet. I'm doing leases. I'm doing just like this is just an agreement to take care of his herd, take care of the place, do all the hay, and I can run my cows. So you know, there's a lot of that out there. If you're an up-and-coming or aspiring cattle rancher, don't worry about not owning the land. It's actually a guy named Greg Judy, who is a cattle raiser in, I think, Missouri. He says the goal is not to own the land, the goal is to control the land. And when I heard that from him, it just kind of hit me. Like, you don't need to own the land. You need to control it. So consider a lease. Consider leasing that land. You might get people more apt to say yes instead of, hey, I want to buy this off of you, because they might not want to sell it, but they'll lease it to you. And a lot of people that own land will lease it out because they get an agricultural tax credit for doing ag there, whether they're raising livestock or they're doing corn, soybean, whatever it might be. They can get their property taxes cut way down. And if they're not doing any farming or livestock raising themselves, they need a partner in that to help hold on to the land. They need someone to go out there and grow it, take care of it, use it for something in the agricultural industry. So next episode, I think we're gonna expand this out. We're gonna try to herd those black heifers over into this side for the winter time. keep them separate from the rest, expand the grain bins, and give them that extra supplement that they need, in my opinion, that they don't necessarily need, but they could use it to help get them through the winter. I want my cows to survive, or I'm sorry, thrive, not just survive. So that means I want them gaining weight in the winter, not just making it. Got a couple more patties to get rid of. One thing about cows is, in some ways they're smart, but in other ways, not so smart. I mean, think of it like a human, right? You lay on hay and then you eat it. It's like laying in cheeseburgers all over and then eating the cheeseburgers, or whatever you might want to lay in. Here you go, Grandpa. Got some fresh hay for you. You want some? There we go. What do you think of that? He just kind of lays back and waits till everybody else is done pushing themselves around and goes and cleans it up. So I'm going to lay some out for him, just to help him get some hay himself. He's a good bull. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. His time is going to be lived out here on the ranch till it's time for him to go meet his maker. So we just want to keep him comfortable, keep him happy. The other bulls, they don't mess with him too much. They know he's not in his prime anymore, and they just kind of actually keep an eye out for him, make sure he doesn't drift too far away. Sometimes he has to play catch up with the herd to get over to where they're at, but he's a good bull. He hangs around, and just look at the size of his head. I mean, look at my hand. His head is just massive. You're a good boy, Grandpa. You are a good boy. We hope you're around for a while, because we sure do enjoy your personality. I'll get you one more thing and then I gotta go. Maybe one more. Okay. Good enough. See you, buddy. You be good, all right? Take care of yourself till tomorrow. I'll be back. Gotta love Ohio dirt. It can be a muddy mess out here sometimes, and we do move that hay ring around. Hopefully this ground freezes a little bit more soon. I do need to check the water while I'm here, make sure that the water's going. What are you looking at? See, that steer right there is more scared of me than I am of it. But still. All right, good deal. Fresh water for them. See, we're just leaving this on a constant trickle. Luckily, we're living in Ohio, and we have a good water supply. It's never failed us yet. We just leave that thing on a constant trickle all winter, and that helps provide fresh water that's not contaminated from the backwash of other cows, saliva and spit. If you got one cow sick, oh boy. If you got one cow sick, drinking out of the water, it could get the other one sick. So by allowing that thing to just trickle out, helps flush out any potential bacteria or anything like that. Also keeps the lines from freezing. And it's cheaper than running tank heaters and line heaters. So just a little trickle like that Can actually probably turn it down just a little bit. It's going to be warm for the next couple days, above freezing at least. And then the end of this week, it's supposed to get pretty cold. So we'll turn it back up here at the end of the week. But for now, we'll crank that down just a little bit. See how that is. That's not bad. So in the summertime, I'm running 2 stock tanks, the old bathtub, and then I had this one. And then for the calves over there, I just got that tote. And that tote works pretty good, but you know, cows can drink when it's hot, you know, upwards of 20 to 30 gallons a day each. So you got 30 cows, you got 1,000 gallons a day you need to make sure you have for them. So nice getting in a heated cab. It is a game changer. Just makes it enjoyable. Instead of struggling out here, just makes it enjoyable. I don't know if you can see that pile of tires or not, but next year we are going to put all the hay on tires when we're storing it, get it off the ground, keep it from rotting so much on the bottom. You know, we don't have indoor hay storage or anything, and a lot of people tell you don't need it. Yeah, you lose that outer shell, that outer few inches, but after a couple layers of that, it becomes kind of like a thatch roof and it becomes impenetrable. So it's not the end of the world, but you do lose some. Helping keep it off the ground will assist in not losing so much on the bottom. But time to mosey on back, close the gate. I forgot to close it yesterday. So I got to make sure I close it. I'm going to get rid of the hay spear, and then I'm going to head back to the house. I got about a 12-minute drive home in the tractor, and then off to my other job. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Feel free to tune in to more episodes and watch my adventure as a first-year cattle rancher. I guess you can call it a cattle rancher. And this place, Drop Tine Ranch, you know, we're calling it that because we're not doing any farming here. We're not growing vegetables, and to me, having a farm is like something you raise vegetables on, you grow vegetables, and we're not doing that. We're doing livestock. So ranching, livestock, we have 160 acres here under management on this parcel, and then there's another 104-acre parcel, and then a couple 20-acre hay fields, a couple 5-acre hay fields. So pretty good size operation. Next year we're probably going to put up 350, maybe 400 round bales. This year I did 260 round bales as a first-time rancher, and I struggled throughout it, but we got her done. I learned a lot, and definitely earned my farming stripes this year between all the mechanical breakdowns, the issues with poison ivy, tractor leaks, baler issues. But we're gonna be ready for next year. We're gonna be ready. We're gonna get 350, 400 bales. Hopefully you enjoyed this content. Join me, subscribe if you want to see more of my adventure as a first-time cattle rancher, and hopefully you're tuned in for the next one. Thanks for watching.